to another episode of Curtain Call Conversations. I'm here today with Stevie Doc. We're going to have a chat all about the fantastic concert that is coming our way with Tobias Turley at Cadogan Hall. But how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're more than welcome. So let's have a chat about this concert. Obviously, you and Tobias are quite, you're famous for being on stage together. I mean, this is wonderful from your time in Mamma Mia. So you're doing your own show. Here we go again. There's a theme, I get. And there's going to be yeah, on Saturday, the 10th of May. So tell us all about your show and what people can expect.
It's gonna be really, really fun. We're gonna
Yeah.
have lots of fun. And to be honest, like you say, Toby and I mean, we have gone through a lot together so
Yeah.
far in our careers. So I think we kind of just missed performing with each other. It's been a little while since we were used to seeing each other every single day for pretty much 2 years. So
Yeah.
it's we thought, why not do one more? I mean, it's probably, I hope it's not the last time we ever get to perform together,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not something that we're gonna get to do as often anymore. So we thought, why not do another one?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm assuming people can expect songs from Mamma Mia from the pair of you, but what else can we expect?
Maybe like one or two, maybe a
Yeah,
couple.
yeah,
It'd be good not to, wouldn't it?
yeah, absolutely. So what else are we going to get in there? Have you got some favorite tracks that you're performing together?
So yeah, we've got a few little sections we've discussed, and yeah, there's going to be bits of Mamma Mia. There's going to be some maybe like dream roll bits. There's going to be lots of duets with both of us. There's going to be some solo songs, and we've got two incredible guests that are coming to join us as well. We've got Esme and we've got Jacobs. So they are Esme obviously did the TV show with Toby and I,
Yeah.
and then Jacob Fowler did Heather's and is really good friends with Toby as well. So we have got some pretty cool things coming up. We've got some bits with them as well, which is, yeah, that'll be quite nice, I think.
Yeah, yeah, it sounds fantastic. I mean, people can get their tickets online. I shall put on the next slide where they can get you from. But let's kind of go back to Mamma Mia, I Have a Dream, because it was a brilliant TV series. I was completely hooked from start to finish. I mean, it's a couple of years ago for you now, but I mean, let's just discuss the setting for this show for one. I mean, it was
Yeah.
absolutely stunning, wasn't it? So what was it like being there every day?
It was honestly like living in a dream.
Yeah,
I wish I could go back to that point in my life quite often. Honestly, at least once a day, I think about doing that TV show and how much fun I had doing it.
yeah,
And just like you say, it was so beautiful. Like we had the set for everything was gorgeous. I mean, and we were in Greece and the sun was out. I mean, at the start, the sun was not out, but we made it look like that on the TV, so that's all that matters.
yeah.
And then, I mean, we were like spending every day with our friends, and as much as this is a job and musical theatre is a job for us, we're just really lucky that it's a hobby that we can do as a job. So it's something that we
Yeah.
all enjoy so much, and we're really lucky the fact that we got to make our hobbies into jobs and careers. And I think that's one of the best things about doing that TV show was how much fun we all got to have, but we were working, or we were
Yeah.
trying to get a job, and no one else gets to
Yeah.
get a job that way, but we did, and it was just, yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, having to do that sort of in front of the nation, I mean, it must have been petrifying. I mean, at the time, how did you feel about that? I mean, did you just kind of see where you were and obviously the judges in front of you and just sort of forget about the millions of people watching?
You cannot think about the fact
Yeah.
that there's millions of people watching until afterwards. I mean, it's kind of just you don't register it. Even if you tried to think about it, I don't think you would really understand that while
Mm,
you're performing. I don't know. I think the only pressures you really feel is what's in front of you, and that was
mm,
obviously judges that were all pretty incredible.
yeah.
So that was yeah, that was where most of the sort of pressure came from. I think when it came to the final and knowing that that was like a live vote essentially, and
Yeah.
also the judges were there, but it was out of their hands at that point. might have had their favorites or could have, given a hand and like swaying one way or the other way, but with the public it's so out of your control that you can't think about it. So that was a completely different experience. But
Yeah.
yeah, all of it was just I still get so much enjoyment out of even just thinking about it. And I honestly had the time of my life doing the TV show, and that year of my life was just incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, sort of how did the process work in as much as how did you get to be chosen to be on the show?
Um, Long process. So, by the time we had started auditioning and the final had happened and we'd ended up in the show, it was about a year. So
Oh, wow.
we started auditioning at the start of, some people were later, some people were earlier, some people were it was like start of the year, so the first couple of months.
Yeah.
Um, so like I think I was maybe March, but it was like February, March time people started auditioning for it. That was like a self-tape, so you just took a video of yourself. I
Okay.
think I ended up just sending a video of something I already had on my phone from drama school or recording myself whenever because I was trying to do something and I couldn't get a video I liked. So I went, I'm just going to send a random one I have. And thank God I
Yeah.
did because I already know it got me there.
Yeah.
So then that happened. Then you get called into a room, and then there's um that was with like thousands of people, and then it just got like you get they just kept cutting people and cutting people
Yeah.
and cutting people over like a few days, and then we got to a couple of days where it was like we had 50 Sophies and 50 Skies. The Sophies and Skies never seen each other before the TV show. So we
Yeah.
all auditioned separately. So we had like 50 Sophies all in one day auditioning that had been cut down from all these previous rounds that then on that day people got cut, and then you would come in the next day and then people would get cut and then you would come in the
Yeah.
next day, and it was just I think it was about 3 days we got to the final 15, I want to say, or was maybe final 12. And then, yeah, and then we just waited for a phone call to
Yeah.
see if we got it. And I was in TK Maxx and someone texted me saying, oh, people have started finding out. So was running out of TK Maxx because I thought I was going to get a phone call. Luckily I did because I got to the doors and I got my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just incredible. It is the dream, isn't it, really? I mean, if performing is something that you're really passionate about, that is a great sort of springboard, isn't it, into a
100%.
massive show like Mamma Mia. So let's talk about your opening night. I mean, were you petrified? Were you excited? Was there a bit of both?
Both, 100% both. But I think after doing the TV show, I don't think anything could have made me more nervous than doing that. So I think
Okay.
I was well equipped by the time it came to opening night of my West End debut actually. So
Yeah, yeah.
it was that I mean sat there behind a curtain knowing that I'm the only person on the stage. The second that curtain comes up, it's just me. No one else is around me. So
Yes.
that's intense. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I was just kind of sat there trying to breathe really and make sure that I wasn't going into panic mode before I had to start singing because it's so exposing that song as well. It's just
Yes.
you and no one else, and it's such a beautiful song that yeah, if you're nervous doing that, which I was,
Yes, you
could
would
have
be.
gone it could have gone very wrong. But oh my gosh, it was the energy I had that night. I don't think I've ever had that much energy in my body since or ever,
Yeah.
because of the adrenaline just from
Yeah.
whole experience. And I thought I was going to cry at the end, but I think I had that much
Oh,
adrenaline in me that I couldn't cry. Like it was a weird feeling. It was as if it was nothing hit me until I got home that night and I went, oh, okay, that just happened. But I think when I was on stage, it was just so overwhelming that it was just excitement at that point. And then I
yeah.
realized kind of what had happened later.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's such a big moment, isn't it, for you, as you say, your West End debut there. I mean, that's something to completely tick off the list. So
Yeah.
let's talk about sort of sort of how did you become a performer? I mean, was it always something that you did as a child?
Um, I'd say it's in my genes, but not professionally. So I'm the only one in my family that's ever done this as a career.
Okay.
My mum was a phenomenal singer, but was painfully shy if she
Oh,
didn't know you, which I find bizarre because obviously being her daughter, I always saw my mum as like being so outgoing and so like me. I mean, I feel like that's where I get all of my personality from, really.
Yeah.
But when, yeah, when she was around people that she didn't know, she kind of wasn't that person. So performing for her probably was never something that she could have done. But like vocally, oh my gosh, yeah, she could have. Her voice was incredible, and we grew up with like karaoke parties and um like I would be trying to go to sleep or being told to go to sleep on a Sunday night because it was school the next day, but my mum and all of her friends would be downstairs singing karaoke, and I don't think that was very fair, actually.
That's brilliant. I love
So
that.
yeah, and then my sister, I'm the youngest, so I've got my older sister, and she would force me to do choreography, and I was always the one just being told what to do and doing all of our shows for our family, and so yeah, it was always something that I loved doing when I was younger, but I never did musical theatre. So I sung karaoke and like I
Yeah.
danced a little bit, but not really like being taught how to dance. It was just like a fun sort of thing to go to. I was never trained in it, never
Yeah.
trained to sing, never trained in acting, any of that until I was about 14. And then it was doing my friends wanted to do our high school musical that year. And I thought, yeah, why not? I'll go along. I love all three of those things, acting, singing, and dancing, and I'll get to have fun with my friends in the ensemble. Great,
Yeah.
why not? And I ended up getting the lead. So bittersweet. I mean, it was great fun because, but I wanted to be there with my friends, and I was getting dragged away to do all this stuff by myself.
Oh,
And,
wow. What
um,
show was it out of
it was
interest?
We Will Rock You. So I
Oh,
ended up it was,
amazing.
yeah, Scaramouche, and
Wow.
yeah, that was thrown in at the deep end,
Yes.
pretty much. And then from there, just I think I didn't know you could have a career in it. I didn't know that I was even good. I suppose it was just something
Yeah.
that I enjoyed. And then when that happened, I sort of went, oh, maybe I should take this a little bit more seriously. And then auditioned for places in Scotland. Well, a place in Scotland, and then got in
Yeah.
there, and then ended up in London. So
Oh, amazing. So you live in London now?
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. It's like the center of everything theatre-wise, really, isn't it? So
Yeah,
I think
you kind of
you
have to
need to
be
kind of be
here.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, you have to be here to get the jobs. Once you've got the jobs can take you anywhere, but most
Yeah,
of
of
the auditions,
course.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, is there sort of a dream role that you'd love to get?
Yeah, I mean, isn't there for everyone? There's dream goals, I would say. I would love to, my big, like, oh my gosh, my life would be complete, would be to do a movie musical.
Okay.
Um, I'd love to to go into like the film and TV side of that, but I
Mm,
don't want to ever stop singing. I love singing, and I love doing musical theatre, so I'd love to put them both together. And I'd love to do, I mean, I'd love to do Disney. I'd love to do like a Disney princess. I'd love to do, I mean, even just voicing a Disney princess or a live action,
okay.
or that would be insane. But yeah, I think I still love performing on stage though. So I mean, I don't think I'll stop doing that, but
Yeah.
yeah, the biggest goal would be to do a movie musical, I think.
Oh wow. Well, you never know, do you? I mean, it's
Mm.
lots of people have seen you perform now, so you never know. So just
Yeah.
go back very quickly to Mamma Mia because I love it. I mean, what a fun packed show it is, just a complete party vibe. So did you have a favorite song from it, or perhaps maybe you weren't even in it, but maybe you just enjoyed watching from the sideline?
You know what my favorite song is in the entire show, and I just think it gets such an incredible reaction from the audience every night, and I was always stood side of stage watching. Is Does Your Mother Know?
Okay.
It is so fun. The audience love it, and it's the best point in the show to put that song because that's when sort of most of the drama started happening, and then you just get this really fun
Yeah.
number that all of the boys are coming out and doing all of their like millions of box jumps that everyone just goes crazy for, and like
Yeah.
it's just so fun. And I think if I was ever to go back to Mamma Mia later in life, I'd love to be Tanya because I just
Would
think
you?
you'd have so much fun doing
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
such a
much fun.
such a fun cheeky role. I mean, we all remember
Yeah,
that clip, sort of a bit from the film as well. I mean, it's just
yeah, on the
iconic, isn't
beach.
it? Yeah,
Yeah, it's so iconic. And
yeah,
she's got so many iconic lines. Yeah,
yeah.
phenomenal.
Great role, absolutely. So, I mean, being in a West End show, we all know how hard that is physically and vocally, of course. So, what did you do during your time on Mamma Mia to just keep yourself well, I guess, and energized?
I honestly did too much at the start that it knackered me out.
Okay.
And I think looking back, I wouldn't do it the same way, which is a good thing to know
Mm,
now. I think when I first started, I was very much in the mindset of, okay, 8 shows a week, need to keep my body fit, need to keep like myself fit. I'm dancing all the time. I'm going to be singing all the time. Like I need to really look after myself. But in doing that, I ended up doing too much too quick.
right.
So I was going trying to I got a PT. I obviously was doing the show, but I was also doing singing lessons and doing um at that point when we first started we were doing so much like press and interviews and doing all these like little extra things. We had the 25th anniversary at the start. There were so many things to celebrate at the start of that contract that I just burned out so fast, and it
Right.
got to a point where I was just knackered all the time and I couldn't do anything during the day
Yeah.
because there was I just had no physical or mental energy to
Yeah.
do anything else. And I think, yeah, now looking back on it, I think I wish I was a little bit easier on myself and maybe didn't get PT, and like maybe did that like halfway through the contract when I'd got used to doing 8 shows a week. Bear in mind, I'd never done it before. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I was a bit what's the word? Like I can't think of the word right.
Overcompensating, maybe?
Maybe. I just know like over I was a bit over ambitious. Over
Right.
ambitious with what
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be able to do. I think also coming straight out of drama school, you're dancing all the time and you're so fit physically and vocally that
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, I should be fine. And to keep this up, that was the thing. I think I was already at a level where I thought I can keep this up, not realizing that the mental energy it takes to be on stage and be switched on for two and a
Mm.
half hours
Yeah.
is so much harder than you expect it to be. So your body physically and mentally takes a big hit from that. So you do have to sort of ease yourself in. And
Yeah.
I just, yeah, didn't do that. So if I was going to go
Yeah.
back, I would ease myself in a little bit more.
Yeah. So that would be your advice to,
Yeah,
excuse me, up and coming performers that perhaps,
yeah,
just take it steady, but
yeah. Yeah,
look
get your
after
bearings,
yourself.
get used to it first before you start adding in all of these extra things that you've never done before.
Yeah, absolutely. So now you know. Now you know. You kind of learn the hard way, don't you, with some things? But just a brilliant, brilliant performer generally anyway. So I just think, that role really suited you. I thought, when the television program finished, I thought, yes, those are the two. I was really pleased with the decision. So well done to the pair of you.
Oh, thank you.
So people can get tickets from Cadogan Hall website, as I said, Saturday, 10th of May. I really hope that goes so well. It's been such a lovely chat. So thanks for your time today and just wishing you all the best for the future, whatever it brings you.
Thank you so much. It was
All
lovely having a
right.
chat with you.
You're
Thank
more
you.
than welcome. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye.